Hello Year 10, I hope you all had a lovely break over Easter. Just a quick note, there's a number of you who still haven't completed the activity that I set over Easter. You do need to do that activity because it is relevant to the Seneca that I have set for this week. This task is being set on the 22nd, so Wednesday the 22nd of April, and it's due next Wednesday. So you've got a week to do it. So we're going to be talking about hydrocarbons and specifically a group of hydrocarbons called alkanes. So I just want you to think about that word, hydrocarbon. What does it tell you immediately about about what's in the compounds that we are looking at today? I'll just give you a moment to think about that. Maybe pause the video. So hydrocarbons are compounds that contain only hydrogen and carbon. And there's several groups of these. The ones we're going to be looking at today are called alkanes. Now, one of your activities, you need to be able to draw the first 10 alkanes in the series and write their formulae as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you would do that. If you have a look at the sheet that I have given you, there's some information on there and also some diagrams, some ball and stick diagrams of the structures of some alkanes and some cycloalkanes. I'm specifically just going to look at the chain alkanes today. So the first alkane is called methane. When we're looking at compounds which contain carbon, we often call them organic compounds. And when you're naming them, the beginning always relates to the number of carbons that are in the chain. So methane, anything that starts in meth, contains one carbon. Now, if you remember back to and think back to our work on bonding, how many bonds can a carbon atom make? How many bonds can a carbon atom make? It's in group 4, so how many bonds can it make maximum? That's 4. So if you remember, a hydrocarbon contains just hydrogen and carbon. So there's one carbon, there must be 4 hydrogens. And that's your structure. So the formula for methane is CH4. And methane is the natural gas, that's a fossil fuel. We get that from the ground, and that's what comes out of our gas taps at school, and also what comes out of your kitchen, out of your cooker. So the second in the series is called ethane. Ethane. So again, eth relates to the number of carbons. Anything beginning with eth contains 2 carbons. Ethanol is alcohol that you find in beer, wine, etc. contains 2 carbons. It's ethanol, ethane, ethanol. So again, carbon can make 4 bonds. There's a bond between the 2 carbons here. So we add on 3 more bonds here, 3 more bonds here. And just think about what type of bonding goes between carbon and hydrogen. We're just putting the hydrogens in there. What type of bonding goes between the carbons and the hydrogen? They're non-metals, so will it be ionic or covalent? Okay, it's covalent bonding. These lines represent covalent bonds. So the formula for ethane is C2, 1, 2, H, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, H6. You might start to notice a pattern in the formula here. See if you can spot that pattern. We'll come to that in a minute. The next one is called propane. Again, our prefix